What up, family? It's Wednesday. The Swagu podcast is obviously back. And we got some things to get into. Sports is off and rolling, man. We got a lot going on. Everything is being played. You know, baseball ended, a month ago now with the Yankees and the Dodgers. But basketball is in full swing. Football is getting thick. It's getting in the meat and potatoes of football season. Hockey is going on, I believe. There's a lot going on. But we're going to get to some basketball. And we're going to get to my former colleague here at ESPN. And I'm not sure you know who I'm talking about, but everybody in the NBA is talking about him. J.J. Redick and the Los Angeles Lakers have won 6 straight. Started the season off fast. People loved the way they was playing, moving the ball around. It was kind of a new age upgrade of NBA basketball. And speaking of, it's on my TV right now. I got TV right, like over here. So I'll be up to speed while I'm talking to y'all. So the Lakers have won 6 straight, but the story of the night was not the Lakers winning 6 straight, even though that's great. And I would love to wax poetically about what J.J. Redick has this team doing. It's Dalton Knecht. Dalton Knecht hit 9 3-pointers last night, 37 points. The Lakers drafted him out the University of Tennessee. Now, my son is a hooper, so we saw Dalton Knecht when he was at Tennessee, and he was giving people the business. SEC Player of the Year, talking about how good he was. And you look at the Lakers and what they were able to do with bringing him in, a cerebral player to play with, who I think is the most cerebral player to ever play in LeBron James. You put that on the team with Anthony Davis, and obviously Austin Reeves is still there. And you think about this team a couple of years ago in the conversation we were having about shooting. If the shooting was better, we thought the Lakers could obviously make a run, and they did. I mean, they went to a Western Conference Final. They lost, but they went. This kid going to make a difference for the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's identifying the type of players that you need in order to be there when it's time to really turn it on in the NBA. I know the NBA get a lot of criticism, but if you just get into basketball, it's such a beautiful game to watch. And you can see and learn about these young and budding stars. You can see the older guard, the old guard at this point, even though he don't look it in LeBron James. But you see how these 2 generations are meshing. And Dalton Knecht just looks like one of them dudes that can come in the locker room. Look, this what I do. This what I do well. A coach can depend on him. I can ball. I can make plays. I mean, what do you say, dude? Like, my man hooping. And did y'all hear LeBron's statements? They didn't find DK. Other 16 teams effed up. Y'all know what effed up mean. Bron said, did anybody watch him? Because I did. And I was like, ooh, I remember on draft night, I was like, ooh, the Lakers got one. It's one of them this is just one of them, I don't even want to say sneaky, because people in the SEC were very familiar with Dalton Knecht. People in college basketball, guys that cover the game, they knew how cold he was, man. And you can get him at 17 in the draft? Let me tell y'all something. It's for the young fellas out there, especially if you're a hoop. I know it's great to be lottery. I know it's great to be a top 5 pick. You get paid and number 1 overall. That's phenomenal. Sometimes your situation where you end up, sometimes who you're playing with can accentuate the things that you do well. And Dalton Knecht ended up on the team with a young coach that nobody knew what he would be in this league unless you were around JJ and you know how he went about breaking down the game of basketball. The Lakers are currently 4th in the NBA in offensive efficiency. Last year they were 15th. That's night and day. That's like going from teetering to the playoffs to championship level basketball. But not to get into the minutia, because this is really about Dalton Knecht. This is about J.J. Redick understanding that he had a player that could do multiple things, right? Like on the defensive end, can get after it as well. But a shooter, which JJ relates to very well. Now you couple that with one of the greatest passers in the history of the game in LeBron James. You got Anthony Davis, who's going to be a gravitational guy. So Dalton Knecht is going to get jumpers. He going to have opportunities to shoot the rock throughout the duration of the game. Defenses now are going to have to pay attention to him, and we know what that does. So I just wanted to open this up and talk about JJ and how this team is performing. But Dalton Knecht being taken 17 out of University of Tennessee as the SEC Player of the Year. And I don't know if it was measurables. I don't know if it was athleticism. I don't know what it was. Age. I don't know what it was. NBA likes to go young. I don't know why. After what we watched him do at the University of Tennessee, he went at that point in the draft. But my God, are the Lakers grateful. I know Jeannie Buss is having a time. Rob Pelinka. Y'all got y'all a hooper. He's 23. They trying to draft you now when you're 19, 20. Dude's going early. I love it. I love it for the Lakers. I love it for JJ. I love it for Dalton Knecht. More importantly, and being in a system and having the opportunity to do what you do best when you came out of college, and you still can take that to the NBA and play a similar role, that's phenomenal. Lakers, shout out, 6 straight. Lakers gonna have something to say about the NBA. Y'all. Oh, we feel like we talk about this every time basketball season come along. It feel like every week. Draymond had another incident. What else is new? Yeah. What else is new? Draymond had another incident. He got a flagrant one for gripping Zach Edey ankle. I mean, what the dude? It get to a point. Like, I understand Draymond trying to be, not trying to be, being the enforcer. Being the enforcer of a basketball team and trying to set a tone. I get it. It was called the transition take foul in the game. And then a day later, they came back and said flagrant one. And I know they upgraded it to a flagrant one the next day. And I know, like, once they reviewed it in the league, whoever had their conversation, they was like, y'all, this Draymond. We're going to upgrade this. But like, see, it's hard to get on a podcast as an athlete because you know what goes on. You know the heightened sense of emotion throughout a game. But Draymond, for real? Come on, man. Like, at some point, it's just emotional. At some point, you gotta, like, I always find like this middle ground of telling a man to control himself, especially in this case, because a part of it is what makes Draymond. But the other part of it is we're not gonna sit our ass here and act like your actions ain't hurt your team. Your actions potentially hurt your team from winning a championship. Then obviously we have the choking incident. And now this. I remember one time Draymond went and played tight end for the Michigan State football team in the spring game. That might be what you should have played, Draymond. Get some of that. I think you got some of that football in you. It's the NBA, man. And I know that it's physical play. I know that you in the height of competition, but it seems like you, it's like childish. Like, I don't know. It's just, I think it doesn't happen so much that it's just old and it feels so dumb. I mean, nobody gonna say it. it just feels dumb. It feels like from the outside looking in that you can't control yourself. Like something take over you. I mean, you go down the list of things that have occurred that had Draymond um at the center of it. I ain't gonna even say it's unfortunate because at this point, brother, I don't know. It's like one of your partners that love to fight, and you always get like y'all go somewhere and you always on 10 because you know he probably gonna do some to get y'all in the fight. And then at some point you just stop going out with him. I heard my bro say, Perk. I heard Perk say, I should have got Perk on for this. You know, him and Draymond got a history too. Who don't? Anyway, Perk said, I actually think Draymond should be suspended for an extended period of time. We're talking about a play where he pulled on an opponent's Achilles. I'm reading this, y'all. While the opponent was going in the opposite direction, we're talking about a guy, Zach Edey, who's 7'4", 300 pounds. This could have been a season-ending injury right here. There's some validity to that because if he gets hurt, obviously, you know, there'll be something that Draymond would say. I don't know what. Actually, Draymond did say something. Draymond said, you run into the media crying about a foul. Come on, bro. With your 7'3" rookie, Green said on this podcast. The Draymond Green show. Y'all go see what Draymond had to say. So guess what? Guess what? You just taught your 7'3" rookie how to be emotional and run to the media talking about a foul. We bigs, we big men. You don't run to the media talking about a foul. You a big man. Bruh, you on national TV. Bruh, what? This is Draymond. This is who he is, bro. Like it's no sense in trying to disseminate between his attitude or the way he approaches this. Draymond don't care. Obviously, he don't care. The man then got fined, missed games, got suspended during the NBA final. He don't care. You know, Draymond, like, I done made money, I done had a successful career. I'm a champion. In his mind, these are the things that he's telling himself. Draymond, at the end of the day, bro, that don't make you right. You could be a horrible human being and have a lot of accolades. You're a dirty player, bro. It just is what it is. I don't know if nobody gonna tell you. I know you got partners in the NBA. I know dudes respect you for what you've been able to do, but you're a dirty basketball player. And you may embrace that moniker. That may be something you want attached to your name. It is what it is. I just think you're at a point now where you probably should let these young fellas have a career without you jeopardizing it with some crazy. That's all. I'm gonna leave that there. I got to get to the NFL, man. Um, the Jets are a disaster. I don't know any other way to put it. It is a disastrous situation. Something that I really had pause about early. I had been ringing the alarm bells about this approach to how you wanted to go get Aaron Rodgers. And people have to please use your everybody put on your thinking caps. Because I'm not blaming this 100% on Aaron Rodgers. It's a lot of blame to go around. And ultimately, I believe more of the blame falls on the ownership, Woody Johnson, the owner of the New York Jets, than anybody. But I was talking about this situation when they were flying them jets to California to try to convince Aaron Rodgers to become their quarterback. And why wouldn't you? He was in Green Bay coming off 2 MVP seasons. They wanted to make a push. The Jets thought that they had a defense that was championship level, and we all did. They thought they were a quarterback away. They had to revamp the offensive line. It was a lot of things that they had to do. But yesterday they fired their general manager, Joe Douglas. And look, this is what tends to happen, right? Feel sorry, whatever you want to do. I don't. It's the way the league goes. And everybody is really playing subordinate to the ownership if they got their hands directly in it and they so involved. And obviously the general manager is somebody that has to directly have communication with those guys. And then there is also a report that's saying Woody Johnson wanted to bench Aaron Rodgers. There's a lot going on in New York. But this is why you just never have a great feeling about the Jets. And I tried to give these fans some optimism because I was thinking like, okay, Aaron showed up for some offseason stuff when he first got there before the Achilles injury. He was showing up to the offseason. They were working together, him and Garrett Wilson, him and Sauce Gardner. They were going out. He was talking, he was trying to get players that he wanted to play with, and Alan Lazard. And it was a lot of stuff going on that you felt like was trending in the direction of now, again, they were making it all about him. But it was trending in the direction of this is what it's going to take for Aaron to be comfortable in this situation so we can try to go out and win football games. And y'all, it is a show over there. The head coach has been fired. By the way, they also went and got Nathaniel Hackett after he clearly proved in Denver he had no idea what he was doing as a head coach, but they wanted to bring him back because he was with Aaron Rodgers and they had a good rapport. Nobody can like fault that. Maybe that's some normalcy for Aaron Rodgers, somebody you know in the building. I don't doubt that move, but to make him offense coordinator was absolutely insane after what we saw him do in Denver. But I'm sure Aaron had a lot to do with that. Now, Aaron could be hands off. He could say, well, look, the Jets made their decisions and we going about things the way we do it. I'm not saying he was a part of saying Robert Saleh was getting fired, but his mere presence made the owner heightened sense of what we need to do right now go up times 10. They put the defense coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, as the interim head coach. That's been a disaster. They haven't won games. They trade. Then when it's going bad, they like, okay, we just need some more firepower. They go out and they sign Davante Adams. I was on TV saying, Davante Adams, stay your ass as far away from the New York Jets organization as you possibly can. But no, this Aaron showing up, smiling and laughing on Pat Show, McAfee Show. I'm here. I'm ready to go. Bruh, you could have stayed in Vegas for all this. At least you would have, nothing. Because nothing's happening here that was nothing different is happening here that wasn't happening in Vegas. I mean, and I get the Vegas situation because Derek Carr was there and you wanted to go over there with Derek Carr. Baltimore was looking for a wide receiver. Kansas City was looking for a wide receiver. I'm not saying all of these things would have happened. I don't know what the business was behind it. I know the Jets were desperate. I know Aaron being there probably made them go after it very hard to try to get you on that team. But man, Davante, real talk. We look at you. I know a lot. I talk to a lot of players. There's a reverence and a lot of respect for Davante Adams. And I refuse to believe that you didn't think that the Jets would be good once you showed up and you would have a chance to win a championship. But dog, we want you to get a championship. We want to see you have a chance to win a Super Bowl because your career has been phenomenal. To even scratch being mentioned as the best wide receiver in the NFL, you know how good you got to be? Dog, look, anyway, I'm going to get back to the Jets. Davante. Anyway, so the Jets are sitting here. They ain't making the playoffs. They got a 40-year-old quarterback who probably won't be back next year. Hell, if I'm Aaron, I don't know if I'm coming back anyway. You don't know who the coach going to be. You don't know who the general manager going to be. Even though all of this stuff, you've been the common denominator. Aaron not playing well. The team is not playing well. The defense then regressed in a tremendous way. Like it's just bad. It's just bad. There was a lot of reverence in that locker room for Robert Saleh. Um, but this is what happens. You know, I know they looked at the Jets went through this with Brett Favre. They had some success. Brett got hurt. I know everybody looked at Tom Brady go to Tampa and have success, win Super Bowls, deep playoff runs. Look, man, and I know the Jets probably use that as some sort of, you know, recall or whatever. But this this was ne- this was horrible. It is horrible. I mean, I don't know how you gonna justify now not blowing it all up, changing the roster. You got some good young players that don't need to go anywhere, but you got an offensive line you need to fix. You got, bruh. Look, when Woody Johnson starts sending them planes to California to convince Aaron Rodgers to come, after Aaron Rodgers put an absolute stinker for the Green Bay Packers, even though he was thriving in Matt LaFleur's offense and winning MVPs. You get to New York and everything is great. Unfortunately, you tear your Achilles, and everybody get that. And you come back this season and you're not playing to the MVP level that people thought you would. The Jets are not in the position that everybody thought they would be. But this is what happens when you give your franchise over to somebody because they've had a tremendous career and thinking that that is going to fix your issues. Lipstick on a pig, big dog. The Jets are in a horrible situation. Um, they need to blow it up and change it. They need to start anew. And I don't know what the ownership is gonna do. There's another story that's developed in the NFL, and that is Daniel Jones has been benched for Tommy DeVito. DeVito had some up moments. Look, y'all, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. Look, Daniel Jones is being benched is like waking up in the morning and getting a glass of water so you can stay hydrated. We knew it was coming. He got an injury clause. If he gets injured, they owe him $23 million. Eventually, they was gonna sit him down and move on. This franchise got to make a whole lot of decisions as well. They've had some horrible ones in their past too. Now, I'm not here to throw shade on Daniel Jones. Nobody thought he was going to be great. If you thought Daniel Jones was going to be great, you crazy. You out of your mind. Our reaction on draft day should have told y'all we didn't think Daniel Jones was going to be great. Now, the New York Giants have not helped him. Offensive line been bad. They've not had a wide receiver for majority of his career, all of that type of stuff. And then they let the best player that they had offensively walk, which helped Daniel Jones tremendously. And Saquon Barkley over there in Philly having damn near MVP season. The Giants they got to change course. They got to make a change. I just think of the arrogant, and I hate saying it, but this is karma. I think of the arrogant approach that the general manager Joe Shane had when it came to Saquon Barkley. Like, this karma for the New York Giants. And I ain't gonna let them forget. Every time Saquon go out there and run for 150, have 2 touchdowns, have 3 catches for 60 yards, I'm a be like, I wonder what the Giants doing. I wonder what they thinking. The owner told Joe Shane, I'm gonna be sick if he ends up in Philadelphia. Well, get your Robitussin. On to happier things in the NFL. Bo Nix, man. Bo Nix has been impressive. So him and Jaden Daniels right now are the guys that I think are in the Rookie of the Year conversation. Bo Nix went crazy against the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, absolutely crazy. And he's been getting better every week. And I got to admit, when Bo Nix came out of, well, first I saw him at Auburn when he was a young player. He was not good. And then he progressed. It felt like he was in college for like 18 years. But he went to Oregon and had a phenomenal season under Dan Lanning. They played at a very high level. He played at a very high level, and you could see the kid progress and get better. Now he's an older rookie quarterback with a lot of experience, and I'm not knocking him for that. I think his maturity has helped them deal with Sean Payton and the way he coaches. We saw the snapback earlier this year when Payton was on him and he went right back at him. We saw the maturity. We saw him weather the storm even when he didn't play well. He's athletic. He's throwing the ball better than I thought he would in the NFL. There's a semblance of Bo Nix this season where you could see progressively from week 1 to now where he's getting tremendously better and he's starting to understand the NFL game better. And it's looking good, man. He's playing at a high level. The Denver Broncos control their own destiny. They started 0-2. Since then, he got 14 touchdowns, 14 passing, 4 rushing, and 2 interceptions. 6 on the season. That's a hell of a start for a rookie, y'all. And I know it ain't gaudy numbers, but that's a really good start for a franchise that's been looking for a quarterback. We understood the debacle that went on with Russell Wilson. Kudos to Russell Wilson for being in Pittsburgh and having a solid season, playing well, helping that team win. But Bo Nix is playing his ass off, y'all. And the young fella might end up in the playoffs, which for Denver would be a godsend. For them to have an opportunity to go to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback playing at a high level. And I know I'm talking about Bo Nix, but watch the Denver Broncos defense. Nick Bonito, I got my eyes on you, big dog. I see you handling business. But Bo Nix got a lot. He's responsible for a lot of the excitement in Denver right now. He's responsible for it. And Vance Joseph, the defense coordinator, doing a phenomenal job. Give Sean Payton his credit for being an offensive guy. They become innovative, multiple, all of those things, adjusting to a rookie quarterback. But Bo Nix is the reason for the excitement. See that good transition from how bad it is with the Giants and then rookie quarterback to Denver. I'm getting completely off football now. NBA, we did NFL. My daughter won her 4th state championship in high school, y'all. She made first team All-State. She's a AVCA All-American. And this is a proud dad moment because this was like before the season started, I was like, let's go get 4. Period. Let's go get 4, man. I'm pulling up something to tell y'all. So when she first started playing volleyball at 5 years old, I knew nothing about the game. And I just knew she enjoyed it. It's been phenomenal watching her progress and grow and be able to accomplish a lot of things that she's accomplished. She's mentioned and is the #1 player in the country in volleyball, class of 2025. She's signed with the University of Texas. She's going to play volleyball there next year. I'm just so proud of her accomplishments in volleyball, but she's a great human. And I think when you're a good person, man, and you go out and show your talent, good things happen for you. I tell all my kids that. But I don't mean to be somber because I'm super excited, but she's leaving in a couple months to go to college. And I just been thinking about like us watching, my wife and I watching her progress and grind and practice and build and be a great student, be a great person. The best compliments after the state championship was other parents of girls that play with her coming up to us, telling us how good of a person she was, how she looked out for their daughters. Here's the one thing I tell my kids, I try to instill in all 3 of them is don't be followers. Don't be a person that because the crowd is leaning that way, you feel like you got to go that way. If it's against what you know your foundation to be in the things that you are taught and the good things, right? Good things happen to good people. And in the case of my daughter, Kari Spears, I call her 1, like the #1, because she the one. When she was born, I was like, this the one. Because she was our first one. But 4 state championships in 2 different states. One one or two in Virginia. I think we were there a freshman. So y'all done moved a lot. Maybe I think one in Virginia. Shout out to Flint Hill School. And then I think we got 3 here in Prestonwood. I'm just super proud of her, man. 4 state championships. We waiting to see. I know she is in the running for being Gatorade National Player of the Year. There's also some other awards, but beyond the individual accolades, she's received a lot of those Max Preps, All-American Prep Dig, all of that type of stuff. Beyond all of that, we sending a great human off to college who has accomplished so much in her field. And I just wanted to congratulate my baby on winning 4 state championships. That's hard to do. Sustain. I mean, teams change, you get injuries, you have all type of stuff that go on. 4 state championships. You know, it was just amazing to watch. It was amazing to watch. It was emotional. I was hyped. I lost my voice, but 4 state titles. They won it. She's going to leave high school on the highest note you can, and she'll be ready to go to Texas and ball out. Lastly, I want to mention this. I think it's important for us to mention when legends. Oh, love you, baby. Can't wait to see what you're going to do in Texas. I'll be there at the games, all of them, as many as I can. All right, we going to end this on a legend because a lot of us pray that we have careers when we start as professionals. We pray we have careers that leave a long-standing impression. Rafael Nadal career ends at 38 after 22 Grand Slams, 14 French Opens, which is second all-time to Djokovic, and Djokovic has 24. Look, if you watch tennis, my mom is a crazy tennis fan. Men and women. If you watch tennis, it's an exciting thing to watch. Rafael Nadal was a name that was synonymous with tennis. He was a part of the fabric of tennis for a long time. Players that always felt like you had a chance to win these slams and these opens. So congratulations on a great career, Nadal. And you know, I don't know what you're gonna do now. I think you got like a yacht. Man, go sailing. Get on that water, man, and relax. Have a good time. It's been the Swagu podcast, man. It's Wednesday. We'll talk to y'all Friday. Like, subscribe, follow. Follow us on YouTube, comment, send questions. If you got things you need answered, send them. All right? Swagu podcast. It's been real. It's been real. It's been fun. And we're going to get it popping again. Peace and love.